Okay, so let's go to the first one. So you have a man, then he takes, okay, the man is 800 newtons, and then he takes 5 seconds to cycle 100 meters at constant speed. Then, okay, the road rises vertically 1 meter for every 50 meters. For every 50 meters measured, this is 1 meter. About like that. So then they say it cycles 100 meters. Then constant speed means there is no acceleration, then no resultant force. Like that. This is what we have from the question. Then are you still there? Did I
Yeah.
like the okay? So then okay. So the work done for him to move from the below the bottom all the way up is somewhat also similar to the gain in potential energy, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So that means work done is the same as your GPE, which means it's mgh. Right?
Yeah.
Then based on my drawing, that means the h will be 2 meters. Then mg is actually weight, which is given in the question here, 800 newtons.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we got this. So the work done will be 1,600. Then question one's power. Like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means power is work done is energy, then 1,600. Then the time taken is 5 seconds.
Okay.
320. So this file, right? I mean, the annotations made down here is written on the PDF itself. So I can save it and then I can return this to you later. So if you want to just listen and don't want to write anything, right? Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to very kanchong, busy copy everything. What happens to a sound wave as they travel through air over a long distance? Energy will drop. Energy will be lost to the surrounding. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So energy loss, right, or energy itself is related to the amplitude. So the higher the amplitude, right, means got more energy. So that means when there is energy loss, that means your amplitude will reduce.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, what is this? 14. Sound wave of frequency 400 through air with a velocity of this. Then the frequency of the wave is double to 800. Then which row describes the 800 hertz? So the velocity of the wave right through air is 320, the sound wave. So sound wave, the speed of sound will always remain constant. So in this case, right, when there's 800 hertz, right, the speed is still 320. So this is out, this is out. Then you want to find your wavelength. You just use this, V equals to F lambda. This formula is right. So it's 320 equals to 800 hertz times wavelength.
0.4.
We don't have to worry about the decimal places and all that down here because we are not answering a structural question. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
19. A microwave oven use current 6 amps and plug into a 240 mains. It's used for 2 minutes each day. And this one, 1 year, can don't use or not? Can we get that person to don't use this thing? Okay, so that means we need the power. Then, yeah, we need the power. Then power equals to IV. So this is in watts. So it's 1.44 kilowatts. Okay. So then we have to find out what is the time taken, for 365 days. So one day is 2 minutes. So times 365 days. So it's 730 minutes, which is equals to, because this is a electricity cost question, right? So electricity cost question, the energy is power times time. Power is in kilowatts and time is in hours. So that means in this calculation, time must be converted to hours.
Okay.
Yeah, your careless mistake may be over there. Like, so energy now will be, power is 1.44 times 12.17 hours, 17.52 kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour is 0.24. So 17.52 kilowatt hour is, there you are, because it's in dollars, right? So answer will be in dollars.
Okay.
Okay, this is the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for this one, I'm confused because I options B and C the same.
You pick one.
Okay.
B and C is not the same one. One is boron, one is carbon. Your chem is bigger today. Chem is bigger this one. Okay, 21. So which piece of apparatus must be used to carry out the experiment to measure the change in temperature and 1 gram of magnesium? You ready?
Okay.
Yeah, so they want change in temperature and mass of magnesium. So the two physical quantities are given to you already. So to measure temperature, you need this. To measure the mass of magnesium, you need number 1.
Yeah, okay.
Then this one, you want to put in an answer?
A.
Your answer A. Yeah, right?
But
Your answer, right?
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I just fill in a different color so you know that's your answer and not my answer. Okay. So over here, you have to count the number of subatomic particles. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 neutrons. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 protons. Then finally you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons. So this is an atom for sure because electrons equals to proton. Okay. Then second thing to do is you need to identify whether it's boron or carbon. So you go to your periodic table, look for 5 protons, or say like this, right? So the smaller number in the periodic table is 5. You look at it and you see whether it is boron or carbon. So by your choice, right, you chose A, that means you think it's boron. So these two down. Then the difference between the bigger number and the smaller number here, right? So that nuclear number minus the atomic number gives you the number of neutrons. So that means your number on top and number below must have a difference of 7. So then this one will give you 12 minus 5 is 7. Also 12 represents the number of particles inside the nucleus, which is also 5 plus 7 is 12. Okay, 28. So, okay. So let's recall, if it's an exothermic process, heat is released to the surrounding. That means, right, your temperature measured by the thermometer will increase. So if it's endothermic, right, then heat is absorbed from the surrounding. That means, right, if you use a thermometer to measure, you will measure the decrease in temperature. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So when down here, right, they say 2 solutions are mixed and the temperature of the mixture increase. So your temperature of the mixture, right, this is the surrounding that you're measuring. This is the surrounding. Whichever the thermometer measure, right, is the surrounding. So in this case, temperature of the surrounding increase. So it must be an exothermic process.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's exothermic, that means energy is released to the surrounding.
Okay.
32. Yeah. Insoluble salt. That means you use precipitation. So during precipitation, you must use soluble solution 1 plus soluble solution 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember this. If you forgot already, then please take one day to go through your notes again. Okay, so in this case, yeah, that means you have to, your option 1 and option 2 down here must be both soluble. So A, you have barium carbonate, that means gone. Then the second one is barium nitrate, which is in the first column. Then sodium chloride is also in the first column. So this looks like something optimistic down here, B. Then C is sodium nitrate soluble. Then barium chloride also soluble. A.
Yeah.
A.
I think D also both soluble.
Oh yeah. Which aqueous solutions are mixed? Okay. So these two. So then in this case, right, we will investigate what happens next. So once they mix together, right, you will get sodium nitrate and barium chloride. So you look at these two, is any of them insoluble?
Yeah.
Insoluble. Who is insoluble?
Oh, no, they're both soluble.
They are both soluble. That means it is not giving us an insoluble salt.
Okay.
Bye. Then C, right? Sodium nitrate will give and barium chloride will give me sodium chloride and barium nitrate. Then you look at it, right? Is it any of them insoluble or not?
No.
So also by. Then finally, the last one, you'll get barium sulfate and sodium nitrate. Is this the one?
Yeah.
So it's a barium sulfate, so answer D.
Okay.
35. Oh. Which of these are typical property of a non-metallic element? Non-metallic, these two don't look like it. Then you have solid at room temperature. Then you have low melting point. And then it forms an acidic oxide. So this one I can eliminate because of the good conductor of electricity. This I can eliminate because of good conductor of heat. Then what are the odds of it being solid at room temperature? Is it possible?
Yeah.
Usually non-metals have low melting boiling point. If they have low melting boiling point, right, then chances of them being solid at room temperature is quite low. It can happen, but it's not very often. So, but we know that all non-metals will either form an acidic oxide or a neutral oxide. So that is clear. So your answer, okay, the choice now is very much just to choose the better answer. So is solid at room temperature a better answer or low melting boiling point a better answer? I mean, based on your choice, you chose B, that means I think you would prefer low melting point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, answer is C.
Okay.
37. Okay, I need to erase that circle here. Cannot see. Okay, so this is an air question. So because it's an air question, then yeah, I think you will careless mistake, huh?
Oh, wait, yeah, I'm supposed to take 80 and minus.
So the answer is yeah.
Yeah, C.
Which statements about alkenes are correct? Alkenes. Alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbon. They do burn in air to form carbon dioxide and water. I think this is correct. Is 3 correct?
Wait, no. Wait, no, yeah, 3 is wrong.
So it's CnH2n. Then they react with hydrogen in the presence of a catalyst. This one is the hydrogenation reaction. So this is correct also. So answer is C, I think. So 40, right? They ask for which statement is correct. Potassium manganate 7 is an oxidizing agent, not reducing.
Okay.
Then sulfur dioxide is a reducing agent. This is an oxidizing agent, so these two will react. But it's actually from purple to colorless. So this is gone too. So you're left with A and B. Then B, you can calculate and check if it's correct. The answer key says that after you add up everything, it is actually 158. Yeah. Then we're left with A. If we expose ethanol, the alcohol, with an oxidizing agent, you'll become an acid. That one is true. This is a fact. Answer A. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
2020 physics. This is the paper with the messy numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question 6. A window in the aeroplane has an area of, okay. Pressure inside the plane is 80 kilopascal and pressure outside is 50. What is the total force acting? Total force acting. So you have the window here. This area is 10 there, right? So then based on your calculation, you have the inside is, so the force here is 12800 Newton. Then the other way around, what's this number?
I think it 800.
800, 8,000.
I mean,
That's full
8,000.
count times 0.16, 8,000. Okay, so it's like this. So when they ask for total force, right, then force is a vector, so you have to look at the direction. So you have one side which is 12800. The other one is opposite direction. In order to add these two up, right, you actually have to just take like that. Because the opposite direction, that means you'll be negative sign. Okay?
Yeah.
10. Heated surface lose heat by radiation. What does not affect the amount of heat lost per square meter because of radiation? Lost per square meter. That means you already have the value of the area already, which is 1 square meter. So what does not affect this amount of heat loss, right, is actually the area. Because you already state that you want 1 square meter.
Okay.
If there's no mention of this per square meter, right, then all of this will affect the amount of heat loss.
Okay.
11. Blocks of gold are made by pouring hot molten gold into the mold. The gold cools it to its melting point and then begins to solidify. So that means change of state here. During change of state, right, the temperature remains the same, right?
Yeah.
So that means, right, if you choose, you shouldn't choose this and this at all because they say temperature decrease. Okay, then after that we got C and D. So temperature is the same. Then during the solidification, right, the potential energy between the atoms, or these atoms are okay, the potential energy between the atoms will be kind of lost because they were once moving quickly. Then when they solidify, the particles, the molecules, the atoms will move slower, right? Or is that true?
Yeah.
Is that true? Is that true?
Yeah, they'll move slower.
No lah, they don't lose. They don't move slower. What happened is, right, during change during the change of state, then there is this formation of forces of attraction, or they lose energy because the particles become closer together. So the loss of energy is because molecules and atoms in this case move closer together.
Okay.
Yeah. So that means energy will be lost. No matter what, energy will be lost. If you say kinetic becomes slower or faster, right, then the temperature will change. So if particles move like a slower speed, right, means the Ke drop, temperature drop. Faster speed, right, then that means the Ke increase, the temperature will increase. So the vibration become faster, slower, right, only during the regions where there's no change in state and you see temperature increasing or decreasing.
Okay.
13. What happened here? The angle is yours, right? Then this line is also you draw, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you have a ray of light hits two mirrors. So you got this. Then you say the angle of incidence is 72. So then you'll be 72 over here also. This is correct. Then you draw this. Then you draw this again. So from here you can calculate the angle of incidence again. You have a right angle triangle down there. Minus 90 minus. So small. This angle is only 18, which means this side also 18. To which angle has the ray direction of the ray change in? I hate this kind of question.
Wait, is it for like this question? I need to calculate like all the angles together. Like
So
that.
they say how the ray change. So if there is no reflection, right, the ray would have gone in a straight line. So at this first interface here, because of the mirror, it changed by 72 degrees here. So you got from here down here, you get, I think you have to add this one, and then down here there's a change in 72 degrees here, so you have to add this one. Then over here, right, this surface, right, the change is over here again, this angle. So you have another 18, and then this is also another change, another 18.
Okay.
So yeah.
180 degrees.
There's another similar question, but that one is, I think, can't remember. I think it's a simpler one where they say light ray coming this way at a certain angle. Then after that, then they say what is the change in angle? Change in the angle of the light ray. So then for this case, right, the change is actually this angle.
Oh, okay.
There's another question like that. You probably seen it. This one. The compass, right, is used to track the direction of the magnetic field around the solenoid.
Yeah.
So that means if you have a bar magnet down here, current is going this way, right?
Yeah.
So north, you use your right hand grip, right? Then this side should be north, this side should be south.
Okay.
Or you use your eye here, you'll see that the current on this side is going in anti-clockwise motion. Then you put your eye here, you will see that it's going in a clockwise direction. So the anti-clockwise one is north and the clockwise one is south.
Okay.
Then you have a magnetic field like that, right? Then the magnetic field line is north to south. This way, right?
Yeah.
Electromagnet, I can pretend it's a bar magnet and draw somewhat the same kind of field lines. Then we say that the compass trace the magnetic field line direction. So you will see, A, right? This one is in the correct direction. But these two, right, supposed to be this way and this way. So A is out. Then B is also out because all the direction don't match.
Yeah. Okay.
Then answer, I think, is C. Then D also out. Answer C. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
17 again. This question 17 appear, the same setup appear twice already. Just within a matter of how many months, how many years. Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Question 2. Which method is used to obtain potassium chloride crystals from an aqueous solution of potassium chloride? You can't filter.
Okay.
You can't filter because it is a aqueous solution. So then you can't do fractional distillation because fractional distillation will produce, in this case, water, not the crystal. Paper chromatography is used for color dyes, urine, medical samples, and all that. So chromatography is also out. So you are only left with evaporation. They evaporate to dryness. Then evaporation is only possible for group 1 metal salts, or any salts right, that is stable to heat. You can only do evaporation to get crystals if it's group 1 salts or any other that doesn't decompose on heating.
Okay.
3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. Okay, do you want to try 9 again?
Yeah. Okay. And 9 is D.
9 is D, yep. Because it absorbs, temperature drops because it absorbs energy from the surrounding. Okay, so we don't have to go through 9 anymore, right?
Yeah.
10. Hydrogen peroxide decomposes to form water and oxygen. Okay, when lumps of manganese 4 oxide, a catalyst, is added to the solution of hydrogen peroxide, the speed of decomposition increase. Okay, fine. The volume of oxygen produced by the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide over time is measured. So whatever that is described on top is X. So they asked you, okay, what conditions will produce line Y? So line Y, in line Y, right, you obviously see that there's an increase in volume of oxygen produced. That means I must have more reactant.
Okay.
Yeah, I must have more reactant because temperature change will keep the volume the same. Using the more catalyst, right, or powdered catalyst will still result in the same amount of product. So if you use half the volume or same concentration, what you do is you reduce the amount of reactant. Then the only way you can do it is to use the same volume but more concentration. That means a higher concentration means increase the reactant.
Okay.
So answer is D. 15. Three metals X, Y, Z were heated separately with the oxides of four metals. What is this? P, Q, R, and S to find the order of reactivity. Okay, so if there's a reaction means the metal is more reactive than the metal in the metal oxide. Can I assume that's the case?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Metal X have no reaction with P, Q, R, and S.
Oh wait, I
Yeah.
think for this question I just put it in the wrong order.
Okay. So what's the order?
Wait, is it A?
Yes. Okay, so we can move to the next one, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to reconsider your answer for 17?
Yeah. I change it to D
D. Why D?
because it doesn't like it only loses a bit, that like
Because it
21%.
consumes oxygen, right? So then the loss in volume is the oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then the last one is the 2019 physics, right?
Yeah.
Starts with this one. Denser and less dense medium. Okay. So if it's a denser medium, right, then the light will travel slower.
Okay.
Then the light will travel slower. So that means, right, if this is denser, this is less dense, that means this one will have a lower refractive index. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Then 14, okay, sound travels at 330 in air. So a boy makes a loud noise and hears an echo from a cliff face 1.5 seconds later. So it's like this. So for a noise to go out and come back to him is 1.5 seconds. So speed will be equals to distance over time. So in this case, it will be 2 distance over time because go to the cliff and come back. So you put 1.5 inside here. You will put 330 inside here. I think your problem is just your D.
Yeah.
So you'll be 495 divided by 2. Is it?
Yeah.
495 divided by 2. Answer B. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
This one. You want to try again?
Okay. B 0.0.
Yeah, correct.
0.4.
Correct. B is correct. Yeah, give me 1 second. 10, 20. A vertical wire. Okay, so it's there. Then vertical wire carries a current. Then the diagram shows the magnetic field around the wire where it's viewed from the above. Okay. Then it looks like a dot to me. It doesn't look like a cross. Then, to know which direction the current is going, we have to use the right hand grip. So my four fingers will follow the direction of the magnetic field. So that means the thumb is pointing inwards.
Yeah.
So it's into the paper. So it's cross here. So then you use your left hand rule to determine the force direction. So north to south, then current going into the paper. So my thumb is going downwards. So I have something like that.
Yeah. Good.
Okay with that?
Um,
Okay.
but isn't the finger pointing towards A?
How do I draw on this? Why can't I draw on this? So this is not a, yeah, this is, can draw it, yeah, can draw. Okay, so this is north to south. This is so not fun. Okay, never mind. Now use stacks instead. And that one up. So this side is north, the magnet is over here north, and then this side is south.
Yeah.
Like that, right?
Yeah.
Then the other finger is into the paper, which you can't see in like this angle.
Oh, wait, I think my fingers got mixed up or something.
Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So, so 16, 2019. Have you done the camp 2019?
No.
We have about half an hour. We can do one, probably do two of them. Depends on how fast you are. Then maybe I can reduce this size, and then you can just type your letter on it. I think your MCQ still got room for improvement. You're like averaging 30 now. Yeah, got room for improvement. Then the other student say she tried most of the paper, and then there are repetitions here and there. So I mean, test prep wise, it will be good if you can secure all the repetitions. I mean, that'll be good for you, I think. Repetitions equal to you know the answer. I just write again on the PDF so that I can save it and then send it to you.
Okay.
Okay. So 3, right? 3 here is 19.9. Then they say they want the electron arrangement for fluoride ion. Fluoride ion is like this. So 9 will tell you that the electronic structure or electronic configuration is 27 for the atom.
Yeah.
So then, because it takes in 1 electron, this one take in. So that means this one will become 2,8, like that.
Okay.
Then number 5, two elements A and B form the compound AB3. Then you got a dot and cross diagram here. Okay. So, and it's covalent. Then we look at it, in more detail. Say the 5, right? A, they say the molecule contains a total of 8 electrons. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you have 8 here, right? And then it says only outer electron shells
Oh.
are shown. So A, right, it has more than 2 electrons out here. That means it's clearly, there are more electrons inside. So A is not correct. Not correct. Then A and B are both non-metals. B has 1 electron. Then A has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A is group 5. This is a correct thing. Then B can be a hydrogen, so it can be both non-metal. Then, as we said earlier, because B has only 1 electron, so it's a hydrogen. B cannot be a metal because this is a covalent bond, covalent compound. So metal will form with non-metal, and then you'll get an ionic compound. So
Yeah.
clearly this one is not ionic, so B cannot be a metal. So answer is A.
Okay.
No issues. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Okay, so 11. Lowest rate of reaction, that means the volume change is the least per second.
Oh, wait. So C.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, 17. Sorry, 14. So they talk about it as 13, which is in group 7. Group 7, then you know that in group 7, the color will darken.
No.
Yeah. So, which means this one is out. Then the lower it is, the less reactive it gets. So that means it will not be able to displace bromine from potassium bromide.
Okay.
Yeah. Since iodine is solid, then it must be solid. So this is all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So will you still be practicing?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you still have 1 more day to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So which means I'll just sit around and wait for your questions.
Okay.
Then yeah. So you have to go back and return to your notes and then go through your QA, memorize the QA stuff. Then your preparation of salts, usually people just screw up the preparation of salts a lot. Then watch out for the organic chem. Then physics, your formulas. I think
Okay.
yeah, and all then you look through your mistakes again. So then you see what's then after that you go through the rest. Your results, right? After this you still will continue to do it. The numbers should become better.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wait for your questions. Then I will send the file to you. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I shall not hold you back.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Anything, just pass me.
Yeah. Okay.
But